Hey guys, you're a humble host, so real quick I will be making a response video. Now just to give a little bit of context, for those of you who were present in my stream last night and follow me on Twitter, you are quite aware of the Spitfire and the war that I've been having with certain people. Now, one of these people I've been able to make nice, I think. Um, anyway, the user of the Twitter is the Conundrum, and yes, he's part of the alt CC, and it's been kind of back and forth. It's been a little bit weird. The argument was that I hadn't proved or didn't have proof of my martial status, and it ended when his fiance pulled him off of Twitter. And I will post a link in the description of the Twitter status that she responded with. So, and no, I'm not here to bash her, but something I do feel like I need to say to this because I went and found this guy's live stream like after the fact, about like an hour or so after he left Twitter, and he's now following me. But I went and found this live stream of his, and I wasn't even present for it, mind you. And he directs something at me, and it's not that I'm irritated with, particularly with what he says, it's more of what he does, and with the relationship, I feel like it's a no-no not to do, and I don't know how his fiance feels about it. But I just want to give some insight, reflecting back at the Twitter conversation between me and him, and then this. So we're going to respond to this. Okay.
Oh, chambers of her. Oh, yeah. Chambers of my heart. This woman says that she's married, but yet never shows her husband on stream. Well,
To that, I would say he's never shown interest in coming on my channel. He's never been banned on my channel. We even had a discussion last night after I showed him the little Twitter Spitfire between you and I, as well as the snippet from this particular live stream, which we're going to leave out with what he said. But no, he's never really displayed an interest on coming on, and I'm not going to drag him onto my channel if he doesn't want to be for the sake of proving one person wrong. I mean, it's kind of silly, and as I said, I don't give a shit. I have nothing to really prove to anyone, so yeah. Will my husband ever come on my channel? I don't know if he wants to. I really don't know. It just depends if he wants to or not.
Chambers, I'm going to do one better for you. I'm going to show you that I am with a woman. Something that you wish your husband would be.
Wording, my dear fellow. Wording. You literally just said, I wish my husband was a woman. You gotta be careful. If you're going to shit talk, do it properly.
A faithful, loyal person. Because I bet, for real, that your husband, Chambers, is filling some other person's chambers of their heart up, if you know what I mean.
Now, let me just reflect a little bit on the Twitter conversation that we had. And for those of you who follow me on Twitter and were in my live stream last night, you saw the entire shtick go down. Conundrum. Let me say this, because I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know anything about your relationship. I don't know how long you guys have been together. Not my business. I don't particularly care. Congrats. But here's the thing. And I even ran this by my husband, and I believe I ran this by someone else. It sounds like you were projecting insecurities from your Twitter because I tried to get you to go away. Between our little spitfire, you kept bugging me. You got on your Twitter to bug me because I looked at your Twitter history, your tweets, when was the last time you tweeted, and you got on your Twitter just to bug me about my Marshall status, and I responded a little bit later by sending you a picture of a sympathetic tub of ice cream. It was a black and red tub of ice cream crying. It is now on my Facebook page and my Twitter. So, and Darkside, no, that's my tub of ice cream, so screw you. Anyway, he tried to set claim to it. Anyway, though, but one of the tweets that you sent back to me was you started to threaten me with your fiance, and it got to the point to where you tweeted at me that you said that she was pissed off because I implied that you were going to leave her for me, something along those lines, and it was never implied. And just looking at this little bit here, of what you called me out for, dude, it sounds like you're projecting. It sounds like you have insecurity issues with your own relationship. Now, I'm not going to assume anything. That's not my place. That's not my business. But anyone else looking at this, anyone else that has been in a relationship will say the exact same thing I am. You know, I talked about this in my Twitter stream, and one of the people that was watching me and a couple others got kind of weirded out by the conversation between you and I, because it's like, why are you so obsessed with my Marshall status? I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense, really. I mean, why would you care whether or not I had proof if I was married? It comes across weird. Let's continue on.
So here's my woman, Delirium. Come on out, Delirium. This is my woman, Chambers. Yeah. Isn't she beautiful, Chambers? I am her knight in shining armor.
Okay, let me point out something else. This right here is a no-no. This is a big no-no, and let me tell you why. You know, it's very telling when somebody flaunts their relationship around. Now, I know in my videos, I have made references to my marriage, and I've done it with my PragerU video. I've done it in the videos regarding pedophilia, and I believe in some others, but those were points of reference. Never once have I flaunt my relationship or dragged my husband on screen just to say, oh, look who I have. In my opinion, and I don't know if she feels this way, but to a lot of women, including myself, right now, you're displaying her as you would a trophy. And that really grinds on a lot of gears. This is why I'm saying that this is a no-no. You are flaunting her about like she's a trophy. Now, I don't know if she feels the same way, but I am telling you, this looks really bad, and it looks really weird. You know, it's one thing to introduce your fiancé for us, say, hey, you know what, I'm so-and-so, and today my guest is going to be, here's my fiancé or my spouse, and he or they want to join me on my channel today, say hi, and whatever. So it's one thing if you want to introduce her and start a conversation. It's another thing to do this. This is flaunting, and this is not healthy. This screams projection of insecurities. And I don't know what you're insecure about. I want nothing to do with your relationship. Another thought that came to mind is, are you trying to reach out to another married couple? Is that why you're so intent with trying to find out what my Marshall status is, or rather finding proof of it? I mean, this was another thought that crossed my mind when I was talking to my husband about this. Are you trying to look for another couple to connect with? I don't know where you live. I don't know how the community is there, so I'm just asking. This is not an attack video. This is something that I thought at first about staying quiet about, but you know what? And I thought, like, you know what? No, there's something needs to be said about this because what you're doing with your woman is actually kind of crap. Let's continue.
Your husband is nothing but a retard in tinfoil.
Okay, here's another thing. Because this just screams your projection further. I don't know how she feels about you. I don't know if there's something that you did that kind of made her disappointed in you. I don't know what the situation is, and I'm not going to pretend to know. But you suddenly feel the need to shit talk my husband. That couple of things, buddy. Number one, you don't know him. Number two, I've never even made any complaints about my husband on here, and nor am I going to. It's quite inappropriate to do so, and I have a rule against bashing. So, when it comes to family members or my husband, like I said once again, this is unhealthy. I don't even know why you're doing this. You know, this whole thing started, and I'm not trying to attack you. I'm trying to talk with you. This entire thing started after I left the Alt CC and you leaving that weird comment naming me the Queen of Hearts, and then it just kind of continued from there. And like I said, I wasn't even privy to this live stream. I literally just found it like 2 hours after your fiance pulled you off of Twitter or what have you. So this to me comes across as really weird, and I gotta say I'm kind of creeped out by it. I mean, I don't know about anyone else. Like I said, I had a live stream last night, and the people that were in there that follow me on Twitter were kind of creeped out about what you were doing too. I'm not the only one. Let's continue.
So, Chambers, put that in your pipe and smoke it. You never.
Okay, so there's nothing more. This is just a snippet from his live stream that I took using OBS, but dude, I don't know. And I don't mind having a conversation with you. I really don't, and that's not the problem. It just, you coming onto my channel after the alt thing and then continuously bugging me on Twitter. Yes, I sent you that tub of ice cream picture as a joke. It's like, here, look, because you literally called or thought my husband was a sympathetic tub of ice cream. So I'm like, here. So that was a joke. Which, once again, Dark Scythe, mine. He's not yours, mine. But yeah, dude, this is really weird, and I don't need to be pulled into your relationship in any sort of way. I don't want any part of it. If you want to introduce me to your fiance, I don't have a problem. But please do not do this shit. It is legit creepy, and it comes off as really obsessive. And no, I'm not making anything up, because like I said, you can ask one of my followers, Count Dibula, you can ask Call Grinder, he's one of my Twitter followers, and you can find them in my followers list. These are two of the Twitter profiles that follow me, and you can ask them yourself that they are also legitly creeped out at, or rather weirded out by what you did, and you've carried this on for like maybe over a week, and it is freaking weird as shit. So I don't mind having a conversation with you. It seems like we kind of made nice on Twitter, but like I said, I'm not trying to attack you. This is something I wanted to point out, and because you made it public, and because you publicly try to shit talk me, which I really don't care, but what you're doing with your lady is not cool. Whether she finds it offensive or not, you know, I'd be a little bit irritated. My husband does not do that to me, and I do not do that to him. I have nothing to prove to anybody. As for him, once again, being on my channel, that is completely up to him whether he wants to be or not. I have nothing against him being on my channel. But do not do this shit again. This shit is weird. It's really, really weird. If to anyone else and anybody in a relationship, a healthy relationship, this just screams projection of insecurities, dude. Just take my advice. Like I said, it's one thing to introduce your fiance to your channel and to your viewers, and it's another to flaunt her, saying, ha, I got a point to prove. Here's my trophy. Isn't she pretty? That's exactly how it comes across. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video. I've chatted long enough. I'm gonna go work on a request somebody had me do. But anyway, please, this is not an attacking video. I'm not making fun. I'm just pointing something out because just like, yeah, not okay to do, my friend. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night.